Hey everyone, a 15-year-old hacked Signal, Discord, etc. by way of hacking Cloudflare, and I'm going to see if I can explain it. Daniel, that's his name, discovered a zero-click de-anonymization attack. Now, what does that mean? It means it doesn't require the user to have a lapse in judgment and click on a bad link or a bad file or something like that. The target of the cyber attack could literally do nothing wrong. Having the app on their phone or on their computer is enough. Now you say, what app? You said the app, so which app is it? Well, the problem is that this exploit affects Cloudflare, which I don't know if you remember, but in 2019 when they had an outage, like more than half of the internet went out on the same day. So it's not one app. It's a huge amount of apps that are vulnerable, but that includes Signal, Discord, Twitter, tools used by journalists and activists every day. Cloudflare is a CDN, a content delivery network. People who have big websites and things like that, they use their services to hold on to their files, to protect their websites, etc. One of the things that Cloudflare does, in theory, is make your website run faster. Part of the way that they're able to make it faster is by making it so that the data doesn't need to travel as far to get to you. They have data centers all over the place. When you go to a website, the distance of the computer that's holding that website affects how long it takes to load. Think of it on this scale. Cloudflare has more than three times the amount of data centers than Google. Now, another thing that they do to make it so that your website runs faster is they keep copies of all kinds of files at these different data centers. So they'll have the main website or whatever, and then when someone in Chicago goes and looks at it, they'll keep a copy at that Chicago data center. That way, the next time someone looks it up in that area, it will load faster. In the process of making these copies, there is some code passed back and forth, so to speak. One of these is a small report on the status of whether or not that copy was successfully made or not. So it includes hit, miss, and CF ray. And that information includes data about the nearest airport. Again, the nearest airport to you, to whomever is trying to look at the data on their app or website or whatever. Now, normally, you wouldn't be able to make a request on behalf of someone else from afar. So if I live in the United States, for example, I can't ask one of Cloudflare's data centers in Canada to give me one of the copies it saved. Normally, it would not allow that. However, there is a bug that Daniel found in a forum, the community forum for Cloudflare. He researches this bug and then writes code that he's called Cloudflare Teleport. It's posted on GitHub already. And it finds that IP address ranges correspond with different data centers. So he uses Cloudflare's own technology, a thing called Cloudflare Workers, so it allows you to run code, to exploit Cloudflare's own bug. To test it, he gets, a small icon from the web. He picks a fav icon. That's the little icon that shows up in the tab of the browser that lets you know which website that you're looking at, like their little logo. Every time you load the website, that is going to load. That's going to be part of it. Your browser automatically downloads it, and he's able to see that using the fav icon from Namecheap, every single IP address that went to Namecheap within a certain period of time. So now imagine if instead of an icon, it's a flyer. You could kind of instantly track who all has seen that flyer and where they are. Again, this is not something that's specific to Signal or Discord, it's Cloudflare. So anything that uses Cloudflare is currently vulnerable to this. But that includes Signal, Twitter, X, etc. It doesn't include the Fediverse. It can include parts of the Fediverse, but it doesn't include the entire thing, I don't think. I wouldn't use the app version of these. If you can use the browser, then I would do that.